First of all, I would like to thank faculty members for this lovely greeting that I have got. And hello everyone, my name is Leeyen Hazarika. This year I have secured rank 2 as a district transport officer conducted by the APSC, Assam Civil Service Examination 2020. So before I begin, I would like to ask everyone, like whoever among the students have any idea about the civil services examination, just raise your hands. Okay. Okay, a few of them. Actually, when I was in my last year of engineering, even then I did not know much about the examination. So those who knows about the exam are, I think, already ahead of me, quite ahead of me. So firstly, I think as ma'am has mentioned, my hobbies are traveling and photography. So after I graduated, the first thing that I did was I took my motorcycle and I went to different states, starting from Guwahati, as my house was in Guwahati. Then I went to Delhi on a solo trip. Then I reached Chandigarh, Shimla, Leh, Ladakh, and I was there for 1.5 months. Then I again came back home around 8,000 kilometers by traveling. And only after that I started to think about like what's next after engineering, because I was not. There is a myth about APSC that you always have to be the topper of the class or the gold medalist to clear this examination, but that's not the fact, because even my faculty members knew that I was a very average student in Royal. So after that, I thought about what's next. So I think as many of you will think that after graduation, the most common thing will be doing masters. So I also prepared. I did my exam in Guwahati University. I applied for MBA, so I got into that also. But just after 2 weeks in MBA, I had to drop out because I'll share my stories, like how I got inspired for the APSC. Since you know that earlier it was not my childhood dream, but gradually I got interested for APSC, and eventually by the grace of God, today I have got the second rank. So when I dropped out of MBA, it was because my father was a bit sick, so I decided that I will stay at home and I will take care of him instead of going to the college, because I was not able to focus there. So I'll speak in Assamese in between, if that's okay. Okay. So মই তেতিয়া দেউতাক ক'লো যে দেউতা মই হেনেকে পঢ়িব পৰা নাই ইউনিভাৰ্চিটিত, তে মই এতিয়া ঘৰতে থাকিম আৰু ঘৰত যি প্ৰিপাৰেশ্যন কৰিব লাগে মই তেনেকৈ কৰিম। তেতিয়া দেউতাও ক'লে মোক যে ঘৰত এনে থাকিতো লাভ নাই, তে তুমি APSC কাৰণে ধৰা অলপ অলপকৈ চাই থাকা। I think that my father said that because even he felt bad because I gave up a good MBA, even though I got into it because of his health. So he told me that I can prepare for APSC. So it was that during that time I checked the syllabus of APSC and I bought the first book, which is Lakshmikant by Indian Polity. You will know it about it when you start preparing for it. I think few of you knows about it by nodding your heads. I can see that. So I took the books and I started reading that. And after I started reading the Indian Polity by Lakshmikant, I started to know about so many things that I never knew about it. And I think even if you don't prepare for the civil services, I think those are the things that I think you should know about, because being an Indian citizen, those are very basic things that you should know. So while my father was sick and my mom is a housewife, and slowly he could not even go out, so he was very sick, he laid in bed all day. So I had to take care of the house, and studying for the APSC, starting from Indian Polity, it was kind of an escape for me from the reality that I was facing at home. So after a few days, we had to go to Delhi to take him for the medical what was happening. So after that, we came to know that the doctor suddenly told me the day I reached Delhi that he was suffering from cancer, 4th stage, and he told me that it's better we take him back to our house in Guwahati because it was not possible for him to get cured. So at that time, I was even at the time I was preparing by holding one hand in my father's head, and other hand was in my book. I was solving MCQs at the time. So there is one myth, another myth, like many of the people will tell you that you have to go to Delhi or you have to go to big institutions to clear this exam. But initially I just started preparing from the hospital itself. As you can see, I was solving MCQs in the hospital on the phone, and I had books with me. I was preparing that way. So after we came back home from Delhi, he passed away in 2018, February. So after that time, I started preparing seriously for the examination, because initially I was just enjoying the process, because I came to know about so many things I didn't know before. For example, Indian polity, Indian history, Indian geography. it is a very generalized kind of exam. So you don't have to be specialized in any subject. You can begin it any moment of your time. So after I came to know about all the different subjects, I started preparing seriously, and I thought that maybe I should clear this exam now. And also my father was a civil servant, he was a block development officer, and I think one of the reasons for my success is that nobody forced me to do anything. I did it on my own. I wanted to clear this exam. So after he passed away, like there were many people, my relatives were coming to my house every day. So I thought that in the daytime I had to talk to them. So I was not getting enough time to study. So what I did was I changed my schedule. I used to like start studying from around 11 at night. I slept at around 6, 7 in the morning, and then I woke up at around 1 p.m. I had my lunch and I never had my breakfast. So again from 2 p.m. in the afternoon I started studying, and again I slept that next day morning. So that was my schedule, and by the grace of God I could clear the preliminary exam on the first attempt, and my family was quite happy. My mom was also very happy, because in a situation like that it's very difficult to stay focused. So but unfortunately I could not clear the mains in my first attempt, and the result of the mains was declared after 15 months. So you can imagine, like, waiting for the result to be declared. 1 year and 3 months I had to wait, and not only me, those whoever have appeared for the exam, it was very mentally challenging for us, because we are just thinking about the results. And when I got the result, I was very upset, because I failed the mains, although I studied a lot. But that's a part of the process. Like, you have to think that the failure is a part of the package. So again, I had no motivation after that to appear again for the exam. But I think sometimes we think that motivation and inspiration are all we need, but I think that's not true, because if you have a routine, you will not be motivated every day. Because you may be listening to me now, but you will not be motivated for the next week. Maybe 3-4 days you'll be thinking about me and you'll be studying today or tomorrow. But if you don't have a routine, you'll be back to where you are today, what your routine is. You'll be doing the same thing again after 1 week. So I think having a routine is very important. So I stuck to my routine, and this year again APSC have changed, and APSC has reformed a lot, because in my first attempt they took 15 months to declare the mains result, but in my second attempt they only took 45 days. So if any one of you who are like willing to appear for the exam, it's the best time, because they have become so transparent and everything is so good now. Like they have become very efficient now. You don't have to wait for your results for like 1 year like me. So you guys can prepare for that. And secondly, like after I cleared the after I stuck to my routine, so this year we are the first batch who are competing in the UPSC syllabus, because the APSC has reformed itself and made its syllabus entirely like the UPSC. Even there are new papers and new subjects, and the preliminary also will be of 2 papers, CSAT and GS. Earlier it was just optional. So if any one of you don't know about the exam, I will just briefly tell you about the kind of exam it is. So the APSC or UPSC, whatever it is, the civil services exam are of 3 parts, 3 phases are there. The first phase is called the preliminary phase, and that's mainly the filtering part, because every year around 80,000 to 70,000 candidates apply, and only 10% of them get selected to the next stage. So that's preliminary, carries no weightage, but it's only the filtering part. So second will be the mains, and that's the most difficult part. So it carries the maximum weightage, and for the mains there are like 7 papers, and you have to, even if you know all the answers, it's very challenging, because you have to complete everything on time, because the time is very less, and you have to write to the point. I will tell you later on how you can prepare for the mains. And thirdly, there is the interview round. In the interview, they won't check your knowledge, because it has already been tested in the mains round. So they will only check how emotionally intelligent you are and how you can handle the pressure. Although they will be asking you questions regarding your optionals or GS, but mainly they will be checking your answering ability, like how you can handle the pressures. So these are the 3 parts. So finally, like as I have said, like failure is a part of it. If I had given up on the first attempt itself, and if I had not applied on the second attempt, maybe I would not have been standing here in front of you today. So I think you have to remember this, and those who are like preparing for the upcoming examination, I think few things are very important. And number 1 is patience. Like you have to have patience, because the APSC cycle, I think it's like 2 years. So So normally the exams are conducted in a span of 3 months. You give the exam, you get the result within a 1 week. So you don't have to wait too much. But for APSC, after giving your preliminary exam, you have to wait for 2 months for the result. Then the notification will come. Then again mains. Then again notification. So the entire process, right from the giving of notification of preliminary to the result of the interview, it's a long span of 2 years. So you have to be very motivated to sit for the exam. Because when you're preparing for that, you will see your friends like they'll be traveling or they'll be doing some other job, and you'll be doubting yourself whether I'm on the right path or not. Because even it happened with me. So in my first attempt, what I did was I did not have any social media, no Facebook, no WhatsApp, no Instagram, nothing. But still I failed on my first attempt. But on the second attempt, I was more brutal than that. I did not have social media like before, but I was not even using my smartphone. I was just using a black and white phone. And if anybody needs any motivation for that, you can read a book called Digital Minimalism. I also read a lot of books because this journey is so long that sometimes you'll get very lonesome and depressing. So you will need good books, you will need good friends who are on the same line as you, and those will really help you, because I read a lot of books which are not related to the APSC syllabus at all, but without those books I think I would not have cleared that, and those are really inspiring books. So this was my journey. And third will be the courage. You need the courage to appear for the exam because of the same reason, because of the duration that is 2 years or more sometimes. Because sometimes without courage, for example, I would not recommend this to anyone, but how I was preparing was I was not having any backup plan, no safety net. Even this question was asked by my chairman in my interview, like, what is your backup plan if you fail in this interview? And I was very honest with them that I have no backup plan. I have never filled up a form for the civil engineering or PWD or PNRD. I have done nothing because I thought that if I filled up the form, those will be like distracting me from this APSC syllabus, because it's entirely different. Those are specialized subject and APSC is generalized subject. So I will not recommend this that don't apply for other jobs, but it's up to you, like how you are fit for that, you have to do that. So I think it needs courage to do that, because I was also a bit scared, because before my result was about to come, I was thinking I did not even apply for any other job. I just was preparing for this exam for the last 4 or 5 years, and had I not cleared this time, I don't even know what I would have been doing now. So this was my kind of preparation. And in my second attempt, I changed my preparation style, because earlier, as I told you, I was preparing at night. From around at night, I studied the whole night. I slept at around 6 or 7 in the morning. But this time, because not many people came to our house during the day, so I woke up at around 5 or 6 in the morning. Then I slept before 10. And also, it's very important that you do some kind of physical activity. Like, for example, I like going to the gym from a very early time. So I went to gym every day, every morning. Then it's important that you do some kind of meditation for 20 minutes, like breathing exercises. You will find it on the internet. I think it's recommended for everyone, even if you are not appearing for the exam. I think those things very help you a lot. So meditation, workout, physical activities, some kind of sports, and writing down your thoughts. Sometimes these activities help me. So I would recommend you guys to do those. I mean, even if you're not preparing for any exam now, but for the this seminar exams also, those will be very helpful for you. So these are the things that I think are important for my success. And I think if you have any questions, you can ask me now regarding that.
I think the session is open for now interaction. Okay, so all of you or whoever want, you can interact directly to him, and you can take different directions, or maybe this exam or maybe other exams. I think he will be able to help you. Okay, so you may come from, or you may ask from the seat itself. Okay, we have the mic. You can take the mic also. Anyone? See, we have called him just to interact with you only. Yeah, please stand up.
Just want to ask, what was your option?
My optional was Political Science and International Relations. PSIR, Political Science and International Relations. Yes.
Sorry, what were your options?
Political Science and International Relations, PSIR.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you say that if someone chooses this political science, will there be benefit in GS course, GS subject?
Yes, the GS paper it comprises of the international relations, and GS paper 1 it has the Indian polity part. So even I choose this subject strategically so that it helps me in my GS paper. So optional was PSIR, but it covers a lot of the portion from the GS part. So you have to think practically how it can help you. And also one very important thing is that you have to enjoy the process, because if you don't enjoy it, the duration of the preparation is so long that you will get bored. So choose your optionals very carefully, and you have to enjoy the process. That's very important. Because initially when I was preparing, I was just enjoying the process. I came to know about so many things. I never knew about those things. So it inspired me internally. Because when you will be studying for the APSC, you will change, you will have some changes in you. So you will feel that, and I think that will be the biggest motivation you will get. You don't need motivation externally. When you will be preparing for the exam, you will internally be feeling the changes. And patience is very important, because patience is needed even for the exam, and even after you become an officer, you will be making policies, you will be implementing those policies. So you have to sit and think for the policies, and those will affect the state governance. So patience is a must for the job, and you will also be interacting with a lot of people, different kinds of people who will be testing your patience. So you have to have empathy, you have to have patience, and always try to do good work. That because when you are good to other people, when you are honest, your luck will favor you, because this job is not just about hard work. Even luck is a major factor in this exam. So you have always to have a good heart, you have to be good to other people, then only you will be successful. And like you don't have to worry if you don't clear in the first attempt or second attempt. Many UPSC candidates, they clear their exam on the 5th attempt. So there is time, like you can prepare anytime. You don't have to worry about, like, if I don't clear it the first attempt, what will happen. Don't think about this, because if you are honest with your preparation and try to stay away from distractions like social media or your smartphone, you are smart enough to understand that how you can stay away from those things. So I think these are the major things that helped me. So any questions?
Anyone else? Let me ask you. You are from the civil engineering background.
Yes.
Okay. So they may be thinking that oh, I am from physics, I am from chemistry, maybe someone from the computer science. So yeah. So when someone changes the branch, because you are from a completely technical background, now you are going to non-technical background. Which is there any problem in shifting from technical to non-technical, or did you face any difficulty?
No, not at all. You won't be facing the problems at all. In fact, there will be advantages, because when you work for the government, most of the things are getting digitalized nowadays. So with your technical background, you will be having a more greater hand than the people who are coming from different backgrounds like arts or commerce. Like I think science students also have an advantage in the CSET preliminary paper, because now as APSC has changed its syllabus from earlier syllabus to the new syllabus, the prelims second paper is CSET, so it includes logical reasoning, critical analysis, and aptitude and all those things. So I think there won't be any problem even if your background is engineering or physics or chemistry, whatever it may be.
So anyone? Yeah, please.
Sir, the question is that what is the guidebook you can select? You can tell us for the what is the guidebook for Assam history?
Guidebook.
Yeah.
You can go through Assam yearbook and also try to follow the Assam Tribune editorial part. Editorial part is very important. And what I did was I did not buy a hard copy newspaper. I just subscribed to Assam Tribune, and whatever important were written there in the editorial, I copy pasted it and I made a word note, so that at the time of revision it becomes very easy. Because if you read through the newspaper, you mark them, but at the time of exam you won't have enough time to revise all those things. So try to have a soft copy of Indian Express is also good, and in the Assam Tribune is mainly important for the IPSC, but for if you are going for UPSC, then Indian Express and the Hindu are good. So you can buy a soft copy of those. And also there are channels on Telegram. On Telegram you can get the soft copies for free. You don't even have to buy those. So that's one tip I can give you.
So yeah, you were telling that you would speak a little bit more on the mains examination. So can you explain that?
Yeah, sure. In my first attempt, in the mains, I could not clear the mains, but I was very surprised when I did not clear it, because I completed all the questions and I knew all the questions. Even I did an RTA after I got my result, but I did not get a reply. But the main reason was that although I finished all the answers, but I did not underline those, or did not make box of those, because you can imagine, like, one question is checked by like one faculty checks same questions 1,000 times. So they will not have the patience to read through the answers of every single candidate. So what you'll have to do is, while writing the answers, you have to be very relevant. You have to write to the point, and you have to underline and make boxes on the relevant points. Only then, when the faculties are screening your test copies, they will see that, okay, this boy or this girl has underlined this, and this is the relevant points, and they will give you marks on that. They don't read the whole answer. So that was the mistake that I made. So you guys can, when you write mains, just don't forget to underline and make boxes. So that is very important.
What is the total mark in the mains?
In the mains, it's 2,000 marks. And
2,000
yeah,
marks.
interview is 275, and for preliminary it's 400, 200, 200.
Okay. How many papers in the mains?
7 papers. GS 5.
7 papers.
I mean, there are 5 papers of GS, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there are SS and your optionals. Optional will be of 2 papers, paper 1 and paper 2.
So how many papers in the optional? Only 2 papers?
Yes. In 2
So-
papers, there is paper 1, and in paper 1 there will be part A and part B, and second, again in paper 2 there will be part A and part B.
So all the papers are for 3 hours? 3 hours
Yes,
examination?
3 hours, yes.
Okay, and it is descriptive questions.
Yes,
All the
yes.
questions are
Yes,
descriptive.
yes, descriptive.
What is the maximum and minimum marks in a question?
No, there are like, maximum is 20 marks, and in optional all the questions are 20 marks. Earlier, in the old syllabus, there were marks of 15, 8 and 16, but now it has changed to APSC syllabus, so all the questions are...
So all the questions are of 20 marks.
yes.
No 5 mark question, no 2
No,
mark
no.
question. Okay. So GS 5 GS papers.
Yes.
Okay. In the GS paper, what are the topics?
Indian polity, geography, history, and especially for APSC they have GS paper 5. It includes everything about Assam, Assam polity, Assam geography, Assam economy, Assam environmental science and governance. So GS paper 5 is important, and only when you go through the Assam Tribune every day, then you will get an idea of what are the questions that might come, and also you have to keep checking the government websites, the portals, what are the new schemes that government has launched, government of Assam. So when you go through those, then I think you will find very good points that you can write in your GS5 paper.
In APSC, there is a science and technology related GS paper. Is there? It is in there?
Yeah,
Is it
it's in GS paper 4 in APSC also.
Okay. So whatever happening in the science and technology in India,
Yes, yes.
India as well as.
No, the questions can come from India or the world. For example, AI related or big data analytics. These are topics that cover all the world. So not only from India but from the world it comes.
For all this paper, did you take any coaching from anywhere?
Yes, on my first attempt, I took a coaching from SPMIS, but the coaching was also for a very brief period because of what happened. So I had to move on. But in my second attempt, I prepared on my own. I was just staying at my house and I was preparing.
Very nice. So I think you bought from some study material also from
Yes,
someone?
from Better Brains, I have bought study materials, and from SPMIS, I took study materials from them.
Did you consult anything with the Batiram and Rao?
No, I did not consult any Delhi coaching institute.
Okay, your source was mainly from Assam itself.
Yes, and on YouTube nowadays you can find so many good sources, and most of the materials are for free. You don't have to go anywhere. But that was not the case when my father was appearing for APSC. He was ranked 13 in his first attempt, but during that time, study materials, he had to go somewhere else. He had to buy some, like reading someone else's second-hand or third-hand book. But today we are very fortunate that like all the materials are available online. You don't have to go anywhere if you want to study.
But here I would like to just ask you that whenever we consult YouTube, there are a lot of materials. So, but these students may not have that experience. So they can dig and dig and dig, but it will consume more and more time. So what is your advice in that case?
What sir said is exactly one of the points that I forgot to mention. Like there are so many materials, there is like temptation to read all the materials among you students when you will be preparing. So what you have to do is you have to limit your materials. Instead of reading 10 books one times, it's better if you read one book 10 times. For example, I read the Indian Polity by Lakshmikant. I think I read it like 7, 8 times. and I also remember the chapter and the page number. So it has to be like that. So when a question comes, it has to be on your mind like. But when you are looking for different sources from different materials, even your writing answer will be very different. So if you are sticking to only one material, then the type of book it is, that language will come up while you are writing the answers. So it's very important that you stick to only very limited sources. So that's I'll say.
So in that matter, can I coin a word here? Do not fall. Do not be emotional with the GS paper.
Yes.
It is the buzzword in Delhi, actually. If I can share my experience a little bit, yeah. Whatever he is saying, that mistake, I did that mistakes. I would buy 3 geography book and I would compare that geography book, that whatever here. So I would make the notes every time. Actually, I was
That's
for
very
that.
time consuming.
It is the civil service examination. So I spent 3 years for there. So I lost that actually. So that was the thing, that I was emotional with the GS paper. Means if you read more, you will learn more. But that learning is not a case. What you need is that whatever is required for the particular exam.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So do not fall emotional with the GS paper. Anything else, please, student? Huh? Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Physician is on the way. Sir have class. So anyone else, please? Nobody. Yeah, please come here.
First of all, congratulations, sir. So my name is Anita Deori and I am in 5th semester right now, chemistry department. So my question is that after graduation, should I start, or after my master's, should I start for preparation? So that's.
If your aim is to go for the civil services, then I think after graduation only you can start, because instead of wasting time in doing your masters, you can do your masters simultaneously, but the preparation can start after graduation. Even now you can start preparing for that, because the portions are static, they won't change. So if you start learning from now, it will really help you when you will be preparing for the exam. So now also you can start.
Okay, so is there any beneficial, like if I have degree in master's, so is there any beneficial in the job, like right now?
Actually, APSC don't look for your degrees, they only need the graduation, so that is the criteria.
Yes.
So even I did not do any masters, although I got into MBA, but I did not complete it. So although I did not complete it, but still I got rank 2. So it won't matter, but if you're interested in doing your masters, of course you can do, but I think doing a masters is not very beneficial, or it does not carry any extra weightage for APSC.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Please, anyone? Last bench, please. Anything to ask? See, he has come to interact with you, student, and you are not interacting at all. So what he will feel? Oh, my juniors are not so attractive as I was. Huh? Do you want to give that kind of impression to him?
Yes, I was like this. So,
how many students in your batch?
my best.
Yeah. Here. When you took the admission, how many students were here?
Civil engineering.
Yeah, civil engineering.
I think around 50 students. I don't even remember because it was long time back, sir.
Yes.
Oh, batch. Oh, civil A and civil B were there. I was in civil B, section B.
So around 100 or 120, like that.
So,
Oh yes, some lateral entry would also be.
yes.
Okay. Anyone? Yeah.
Planning for the higher one city for your planning for IS.
Right now, I'm not thinking.
Something is there.
Yeah. Actually, I want to serve Assam first. When I'll be posting, like my father, he has served in different districts of Assam. And being an Assamese boy, being born in Assam, I think it's everyone's duty that we first do serve our state, and then we move to other states. Of course, I have never appeared for UPSC. Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Okay. So yes, I have never appeared. I have never even appeared for UPSC yet. But ma'am, I think maybe after doing service for 2-3 years, maybe I'll start thinking about it. Yes. But first I want to serve Assam. That was the priority. Even when I was preparing for this exam, I was thinking I will serve the different districts of Assam.
Very nice, very nice. So anyone else, please? Just Sudan? Okay. I think well again thank you. But we have with us our honorable Vice Chancellor sir, and sir. I know actually sir will give many things. Sir can say many things on UPSC related examinations. Sir actually keep sharing this thought how to go for this UPSC etc. So I think this is the best platform to share your experience, sir, because some of the students are really really preparing for that. So sir, welcome, and sir, I request you to come to the dais to speak some for.
ताली तो बजा 10 के लिए भाई मुझे देना अरे
Then this is a token of love and appreciation to you. Please.
God bless you, do well in life, become an honest officer. Yes.
Thank you so much, and especially thanks to Leeyen Hazarika for coming and motivating your alma mater, and especially to the young boys and girls here who may be inspired by your success, because nothing succeeds like success, everybody knows. We have failures in life, but then there are many people around us, they are successful in many ways. And if someone from us, from amongst us, from a family member like Leeyen, if they got success, it makes us more confident and also proud. Not only proud that we are proud of him, no doubt about it, but that makes the teachers and students confident that we are able to provide right kind of education to the students of Royal Global University, and also we could inspire them at that point of time to struggle and to appear for the competitive examinations and to bring laurels to their family, to their university and to the community by and large, and serve the state they belong to. And due course of time, I hope Leeyen will try, as he was telling, maybe after a few years, he may try, he's very young, he may try for UPSC also, after a few years service, and then I would pray to God that even if he qualify UPSC services, he get the home cadre. So that is something we always aspire for, nothing better to serve your own state. But I would say that then don't restrict yourself to your state. The whole country needs good people, good officers. And our objective nowadays, after so many years of independence, we have crossed 75 years, we should think about country as one, and we should try our level best to unite the nation by the mode of civil services. Civil services is the only profession where the students from different places, Tamil Nadu is working in Assam, Assam people are working in Gujarat, Gujarat people are working in Tamil Nadu people are working in Himachal, and this is one of the best services, I would say that, to make India united. The people from different places go to different places and they work there and they bring culture together, they take culture together, they try to intermix and they try to help the development of those areas. So I can say that the state of Assam might have been developed by many people who are from Tamil Nadu, many people who are from Kerala, many people from other states, and vice versa. I know many officers of Assam origin in the UP, which is my home state. So that kind of, I think, gradual process should happen. This is one thing, thought came, because as soon as I entered, he was talking about working for Assam. So I would love to see him working for India in due course of time. Anyway, as far as civil services is concerned, I also have some hands-on experience of preparing and working for civil services and appearing in the interviews. I could not make it, I'm so happy for that. But then, honestly, I'm very happy. But one thing I wanted to share with you is that not everybody who could not make it is happy like me. I could make my career in other field. I could become successful in other fields too. But many of my friends, they could not do very well in their life in last 30 years after completing their civil services tenure, civil services preparation. Because of many reasons, because they do not have at that point of time plan B. I was always ready with plan B. Every time I used to have something in my hand, I used to have plan B to be implemented then. You know, before having A in your hand, you can't think of B. Or if you can't have A, at least you have B. What I said, if you go to one ladder, suppose you go to one step in your career, like he has gone, he can think of the next step. And then he can think of the next step more. That is called from A to B to C. And second is plan A. If he or I did not succeed in civil services or UPSC or APSC examination, I have a plan B. I qualified NET, become JRF, I know the teacher to bari jaunga. So something was always there in the mind, therefore we were. So I request all of you, learning from experience of ours, I would say that you should always have plan A, B, C. If you are one by one, step by step going ahead in life. And second, you should also have plan B when you could not make it to plan A. True? Plan B is of two kinds. One, you could not make it to A and you gone to B. Second is you could make it to A and then going to the next step is B. So one is B and one is B plus. Right? So he is on the line of B plus and I like my B option far better than A. So that is one part. One very important thing I will say that whatever little bit I think Leeyen will also agree to that, and the teachers sitting here, Devika madam and everybody from physics department is here, I think, and chemistry department for Bali is also here, and some other departments have also been visible, maths. I will say that all the professors and teachers of the university, heads and everybody will agree to that, that whatever you study for any competitive examination, never go waste. Even if you do not succeed, even if you do not become a civil servant or APSC officer, many people preparing with me or maybe preparing with Leeyen, they could not make it, but I tell you the knowledge is never wasted. You, if at all, are prudent enough and intelligent enough, will use that knowledge in your life whenever the opportunity will come. And I can assure you, as soon as you go higher in the ladder from one place to another, from one position to another, this knowledge of history, geography, polity, environmental science, nature, legal aspects and everything what you read in civil services other than your subject is very handy, very handy to run the institutions, to run the government, to run the systems. And the people who have not prepared for civil services, at times I feel they have missed a very major chunk of knowledge in their life. I'm talking about the best of the scientists I know the best of the people in the world, but they know their area very well, they know physics very well, they know chemistry very well, they know. But do they know that the chemistry, how it is going to affect the polity of the country? How the physics is going to make the geography change or maybe environmental change, not with respect to subject, but with respect to some place in Tamil Nadu where the physics has been used to change the environmental scenario of that place. So many times, and people who read later on, they can do it, but many people who have not prepared their mindset and philosophy. So my request to all of you, just to finish, that please prepare for civil services. Even if you get selected, you are free not to join if you have a better option. But then prepare for it. Prepare for NET examination, prepare for civil services, prepare for competitive examination. At least you should know what your depth is. And if you think you have achieved A, you can think for B, B plus. Who stops you? But in the name of that, I will not do this, I will not do this, I will be like this only, I will not be doing competitive examination. Actually, you are shying off many times from your main goal. So my request to all the students who are interested and who are not interested to become interested in reading books for preparation of APSC, civil services and other competitive examinations, along with your studies, that will give you lots and lots of knowledge and that will never be wasted. So this is my suggestion to all of you, and all the best who all are motivated today to appear for the civil services. And I want to see many faces like Leeyen. Next year I should be having 10 people, 5 people standing here who all have qualified APSC or civil services. My best wishes to all of you. Thank you so much.
One time.
Thank you, sir.
Lastly, I would like to request Devika Supan to give the conclusion remark.
Thank you everyone, thank you VC sir, thank you Aurora ma'am, she is not here now. And I thank all the MBA students, economics students, physics, chemistry, maths for joining us and knowing a little bit of Leeyen, because whatever he told regarding the studies is okay, but whatever he told about his traveling part, he skipped that part, which I have come to know. And I wish he travels a lot. Now he is into DTO, so definitely that will be a part of him. And I wish many more comes out in the coming days. And with this, I thank Leeyen because he said me yes the first time I called him up. Thank you, sir, and thank you everyone for this participation. Thank you.